more information that is coming in right now. We're going to cut across to the latest that the Chief Minister, and that's the news break coming in, Uttarakhand Chief Minister Pushkar Singh Dhami has chaired a disaster management meet in Uttarakhand. The meeting being held at Uttarakhand Emergency Operations Centre in Dehradun. So while all of these meetings are taking place, and they continue to take place after every tragedy that we see, the collateral are always the people. Clearly, there is something that we are doing tragically wrong that results in what we see, and you combine it with climate change, you combine it with changing weather patterns, and what you get is a mammoth catastrophe and tragedy on hand. Once again, we just want to focus in on what, the latest that is coming in right now, and Ashutosh is joining us. Ashutosh, one thing that most experts are looking at keenly, and unfortunately, are we looking at a 2013-like tragedy? Because, or is that contained this time around? Because the visuals that are coming in, the kind of eyewitness accounts that are coming in, what are we looking at?
Well, Preeti, just being a human being, we would always pray that there should not be any repeat of 2013. But as someone who has covered this situation from the ground zero and analyzing these images, we are seeing actually a very potential devastation because you have a city full of the people, not only the locals, but also the outsiders, the tourists, the pilgrims, because the religious tourism also underway. Subsequent to that entire terrain, the way it washed away the entire city, perhaps the casualty could go a little higher. Moreover, even if there are few people who are breathing their, taking their last breath, perhaps could be safe potentially. But now you have totally hostile weather. We are crossing over Haridwar and still in parts they started raining. So eventually there is a high alert, red alert also being issued for that district of Uttarkashi as well. If the rain continues and if there are sub-debris or something suspended in those particular areas with the rain flow and exactly seeing the incline, that will also come down. So it's now a race against time. You have a hostile weather and of course there is no electricity because that area has washed away. Now the number of people, there's a very limited number of people who are already carrying out those operations, searching out the people with their torch, with whatever machinery they have available. So all these machinery that are being moved inside will also face the challenge of the landslide unless that is cleared by the GREF and BROs. They will also take a little time. So this is a race against time, and the critical time is exactly now this, where you have a battle against the weather, the totally hostile weather. So tomorrow onwards, in fact, as we speak, Air Force has also been roped in for such operations. We have the Chinook, Advanced Light Helicopter Dhruva, Cheetah, all these helicopters are being put on standby, including Mi-17, because once you start getting people injured, you'll be transferring them to AIIMS Rishikesh and several other such hospitals. So the machineries have been moved, the agencies have been moved, the boots on the ground are already carrying out this operation to save maximum people. But then we have seen what has happened in 2013, the challenges reaching out to those terrain, landing choppers at those terrain, evacuating people from those terrains. So that clearly explains how this furious cloudburst has literally devastated this landscape of the beautiful landscape of Uttarkashi.
Ashutosh, you continue to stay on with us, because while the Uttarakhand flash flood has clearly sparked memories of 2013 with what Uttarakhand witnessed, what India witnessed, one of the worst tragedies that actually took 1,000 lives. Right now, we don't want to sound alarmist at all. It is contained, similar in nature in terms of the landslide. But why we say it is possibly contained than 2013 is because the area of what it's affected, and that is much smaller than what it was in 2013. But having said that, rescue is on a war footing. These are just initial figures that are coming out. Larger questions now being raised on, whether we have forward planning, where the IMD is concerned. Should there have been evacuation of these buildings? Lots of questions that are coming to the fore, and we continue to disseminate that information to our viewers as and when we have. I think activist Mr. Sati on the phone line with us. All right, we don't seem to have him. Let's try and get him, but let's continue to give out the latest that is coming in. You have the Chief Minister of Uttarakhand, who is chairing a meet right now where disaster management is concerned, and efforts on a war footing in Dehradun to try and cope with this tragedy. Still to come to grips and understand the expanse of the tragedy, because the information that is coming out is largely very, very limited, viewers. I want to go to Mr. Naveen Bhatnagar and we'll go back to Ashutosh for more information. Naveen Bhatnagar, 24 hours is what we are looking at as a window for maximum rescue, because after that, sadly, there can be relief, but the possibility of rescue diminishes.
Yeah. So it's a dark area today. So it will be very difficult for our rescuers to find out and do the rescue operations. But anyhow, as an NDRF, we have the ASCAI standby lights and other equipments also. In that, we can do these rescue operations. Need not to worry. We have the night vision cameras also, as well as the other equipments also. We have the life locator as well as the other sonar system also we have. So we can find out the this one bodies or the victims. If anybody is alive, we can find out. And even the few people will be absconding and they will be getting this air pocket also in this mud. So they will be alive. So we will rescue them, need not to worry. And also our men are so trained that they will continue the rescue operation because it's a crucial time. If we will be waiting for the morning or some delay will be there, so definitely we will be losing our target. But anyhow, with the God help and now this your weather may be something helpful to us up to this morning, and we will
Well, let's
be
just
able
hope,
to.
because there is only but prayers right now to offer, because the gods look very, very angry. Because you have the Kheer Ganga that has completely consumed one village, taking everything in its wake and tragic visuals coming in. But like I said, viewers, prayers for Dev Bhumi, Uttarkashi.